Okay, today's topic is atomic structure. Now, in this topic, you're going to study about nucleus, protons, electrons, valency, valence electrons, and in detail about it. So, atomic structure, atom is formed from the nucleus and the extranuclear part. Okay, extranuclear part consists of again electrons, and inside the nucleus there is proton, neutron. So, what about the nucleus? The atomic nucleus is positively charged. Almost entire mass of the atom is concentrated in this nucleus. The nucleus consists of two types of subatomic particles. Together they are called as nucleons. So nucleons means protons plus neutrons. Now let's see what are protons. Proton is a positively charged subatomic particle in the atomic nucleus. Okay, a proton is represented by the letter P. Number of protons means atomic number. An atomic number, the symbol is Z. Neutrons. Now neutron is electrically neutral and it is denoted by the symbol N. Okay, this is about the neutron. Now in the extranuclear part, that means outside the nucleus, the extranuclear part in the atomic structure includes electrons which are revolving around the nucleus and the empty space in between the nucleus and the electron. So there are electrons which are revolving around the nucleus. And electron, if you see, it is negatively charged. Now mass of the electron is almost negligible. Number of electrons will be always equal to the number of protons. And that is why atom is electrically neutral. Okay, because number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. So we always say that the atom is electrically neutral. Now as I said, atomic number means number of protons, and atomic mass number, which is denoted by the symbol A, it is protons plus neutrons. Okay, so if I have a symbol of the element, now this is carbon, C12,6, then this 12, okay, the atomic number is 6. So this atomic number, this is atomic number which is 6, and this is atomic mass number. Atomic mass number. So whenever you come across the element and the numbers written up and down over here, so the first number here up, it represents the atomic mass number. The below number represents the atomic number. Distribution of electrons. So if you see, electrons revolve in these stable orbits. Now these orbits are called as shells, the brown color that you can see. The shell nearest to the nucleus, okay, is the first shell. The next shell is the second. The next is third. It is denoted by the letters K, L, M and so on. Now it's a rule that in the first orbit, the first shell always has 2 electrons. That means the capacity of the first shell, that is the K shell, is 2 electrons. The next shell, that is L shell, okay, it is 8 electrons. So the capacity of the L shell is 8 electrons. Now if I have to find electrons in N shell means it is going to be the fourth shell. There's a formula for that. It is 2n square. Just substitute and get the answer. 2. N stands for the number of shells. So number of shell means, now I'm talking about the fourth shell. I want to find electrons in the N shell. So N shell means the fourth shell. So I'll substitute N as 4. So it will be 2 into 16. That will be 32. So there will be 32 electrons in the N shell. That is in the fourth shell. Next concept is electronic configuration of elements. Okay. Electronic configuration of elements means the shell-wise distribution. The shell-wise distribution of what? Of electrons in the atom of the element is called as electronic configuration. Now you would better understand by the example. Suppose I am taking the example of sodium, where the atomic number is 11. Atomic number of sodium is 11. So in the first shell, okay, 11. So in the first shell, as the rule, there should be 2 electrons. So 2 electrons in the first, and in the next cell it's going to be 8 electrons by the rule. 8 electrons, okay. So how many are remaining? 2 plus 8, 10, but there are 11 electrons. So it is 2, 8, only 1 is remaining. So I'm going to put that 1 in the last shell, that is M shell, and this is the electronic configuration of sodium, 2, 8, 1. You always write it by separating with the help of commas. Let's take another example. Carbon, atomic number is 6. So as you can see, clearly the first shell will have 2 electrons. The second shell has the capacity of 8, but it has only 6 electrons total. So 2 and remaining is how much? 4. So 2, 4, total is 6. So 2, 4 is the electronic configuration of carbon. Next concept is valency. Okay. Now valency, before valency, we'll just see what is valence electrons. The electrons in the outermost orbit are called as the valence electrons. Now if I see nitrogen, see the example of nitrogen, it is electronic configuration, if I'm going to write, it is 2, 5. Okay, because the atomic number is 7. So 5 is the valence electrons. The last shell is also called as the valence shell, and valence electrons means the electrons present in the outermost orbit or outermost shell. Okay, if I have to tell you about chlorine, now let's see valency of chlorine. Every element combines with other element to form chemical bonds. Now in this combination, either an element gives electron, or it takes electron, or it may share electrons. This is called as valency. Okay, now if I take an example of chlorine, then look at the electronic configuration of it, 2, 8, 7. The last orbit of all the elements, the last orbit should have 8 electrons. In order to complete its octet, every element wants to complete the octet by having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. I am talking about the outermost orbit. So if I see chlorine has 7 electrons. So chlorine wants to gain octet. It wants to gain stability. It can do that by taking 1 electron. So it can take 1 electron and then it becomes 2, 8, 8. And now if you see, the outermost orbit has completed its octet and therefore it is stable. So the valency of chlorine is 1 because it is going to take 1 electron. Let's see another example. Magnesium. Magnesium, the atomic number is 12. The electronic configuration, the distribution is 2, 8, 2. Now it wants 8 electrons. So obviously it can't take 6 electrons. What it's going to do is, these 2 electrons which are present in the valence shell, it is going to give. So the electronic configuration then becomes 2, 8, and it has received its octet, or it has gained its stability, and therefore it gives away 2, and therefore valency of magnesium is 2. Now if you take the example of neon. Okay, neon, atomic number is 10. So the electronic configuration is 2, 8. But if you see in the last orbit, it has already 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. It doesn't want to participate. It cannot participate also in the chemical reaction because it has 8 electrons. It is stable and it will not take part in any of the chemical reactions. So such, if you see, the valency is 0. And they are called as chemically inert gases. It can be helium, neon, argon, same. The last orbit has already 8 electrons. It will not participate in any of the chemical reactions and they are called as inert gases. Their valency is 0. So valency, so atoms form chemical bonds by using electron of its outermost shell. So valency of an element or valency of an atom is determined by the configuration of the outermost shell. Thank you.